Hey, what's up, guys? It's DJ. Merry Christmas Eve. We got some new mods to take a look at. It's a Saturday. Let's do this. Total mods today, we've got 6. Now, for all platforms, we got 4 new. However, on PC Mac, we've got 2 new, but these are kind of the exact same as the all-platform mods, just with some branded stuff instead of Lizard and maybe a script or 2. So we won't be covering the PC-only mods specifically in this video, since they're almost identical. However, we are still going to load up everything else from the other mods, take a look at the customization and functionality in the store as well. Timestamps and link below. So let's jump right in. And let's start with new mods for all platforms, the John Deere 7XX0 series. Of course, that's referring to your engine numbers in the middle. We got 2 models in here. They're both, well, the 7XX series. However, one's got a little bit more horsepower than the other. So let's take a look at some customization. We've got the weight holder EU style. We also have the front loader option. We have an 800 kilogram weight, a 900, 1100, and the weight holder US style. We also have a US weight on there, US weight with extension, front hydraulic, and back end. So everyone has something cool on here. As far as your engines, on this version, we have a 170, 185, and 200 horsepower engines. Wheel options bring us Trelleborg. We also have Michelin tires, Continental, Midas, BKT, Bavarian, and back end again. And of course, we got duals and all kinds of stuff in between, which is very nice. Light extensions. Now, we do have some extra lights on the front, extra lights on the side. Both of those are back to default. Those are some pretty big lights as well, and they match pretty much all the other ones on there too. Second door, we have no or yes, if you guys want to throw a second door on there, and it adds steps as well. That's kind of cool. I like that. Mirror options, we got a couple different ones, basically wide or back out again, or they call them electrical mirrors. Very cool. It's very early in the morning, so I'm yawning. Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. Fenders, we got new ones and old ones, and well, none of them's we have warning signs as well. Let's go around the back. So we have a US style warning sign, or just without them, period. License plate position. So this one is at the exhaust, so this is going to be around the front and around towards the back. Then we've got it on the grid and back and forth between those, and then we have said license plate itself right there. Now, we also have a different engine option for the second version, 190, 205, and 220 horsepower. However, going through here, it looks like it is going to be exactly the same otherwise. Next up, we have the Vineyard Pack. This is actually the crossplay version that we're going to show in this video from the SMI modding team. Now, this is pretty darn cool. We've got some stuff through here, some new stuff, and maybe some revised stuff for you guys if you enjoy working in the vineyards and you just want to use something new. As you know, we have gotten very, very few vineyard products over the past year. Well, now you got a pretty decent pack with a bunch of goodies in it. Remember, this is the crossplay version. The PC version, as far as I can tell, the only difference is, well, these are not Lizard. They're actually branded. So let's just jump right in. The first one is going to be the 8050. This is a harvester. It will hold 2,500 liters, and it will go at 4 miles per hour. That's going to be doing grapes. Then we have 2 tractors. These have got the new new track. There you go. The Pinu track from Trelleborg. These, I believe, are run flats. If they're not, boy, they sure do look like run flats because, well, there's no sidewall. So where's the air go? Nonetheless, I think these are pretty sweet. They do come on both the Landini and the Fendt. As far as I can tell, there's no other changes other than those wheels to those. Then we have the Feltrina Vigneto. This will hold 12,000 liters of your grapes for you. We do have some wheel options on there, and we have a main color right here, which I assume is going to change up. Yes, it does. The frame itself. So you can choose. That's kind of nice. Next up, we have the Dirata V. This is a direct fertilizer. It's kind of neat. It holds 500 liters of solid fertilizer only, and it requires 68 horsepower. Come on, guys. You could have one more. 2 meters, it's 7 miles an hour, and it's supposed to be used in your vineyards. Next, we have the Grinton. We have the back attach and the front attach. This is a mulcher, and there's like 4 mulchers, I think, total altogether. 65 horsepower, 2 meters at 7 miles an hour. Next up, we've got a subsoiler. So I believe it's subsoiler. Yeah, subsoiler. This is 65 horsepower, 2 meters at 3 miles per hour. This is kind of cool because you can either do, when you're going up the vineyard or the vines, I don't know, the rows. Yeah, there you go, the rows. You can either hit on the sides or you can hit the entire area in the middle. So if you want to keep a little bit of grass in the middle, something like that, well, that's what you would do there. Pretty cool. Next is another mulcher. This is the Mix Rev, 80 horsepower, 1.6 meter or 1.8 or 2 meter. Again, just another piece where you can hit a lot more and do 7 miles per hour. Horsepower does increase by 10 for each bit you go up, and this can be hooked on the front or the back of your tractor. Did I mention we have some mulchers? Yeah, this is the Multi. I like this. 40 horsepower, 0.3 meters because it's only going to hit right up against those vines, 4 miles an hour. And you can also make this a cultivator, which might be one of the coolest looking mods that we've got just at all. Next up is a pruner. This is the PFD Vario, 420 kilograms, nice 70 horsepower, 6 miles per hour. You're definitely going to need one of these if you are doing grapes. And then lastly, we have, I believe this is a bit of an atomizer. However, they don't call it that. They just call it a fertilizer sprayer, liquid fertilizer or herbicide, 2,000 liter tank in the back, and it will spray 2 rows at once, 4 meters at 4 miles per hour. This is pretty sweet. Now, at one point I thought maybe we were going to be getting a map to go along with this, but it doesn't look like it. It's just a pack. And again, if you're on PC, you can actually get all of these as branded, but that's going to be your only difference there. However, that's not all, because we not only get another Vineyard Pack, more or less, or Paolo. It's actually from some of the same guys that worked on the other one with SMI modding. We've also got new brands in here, it feels like, as well. Dhugues, I'm not familiar with that, and Ferrand, I'm not familiar with that one either. So it looks like we've got some more brands and more pieces of equipment and more. We got more mulchers. Let's take a look. How about that? Oh yeah, there's a PC-only version of this as well, but as far as I can tell with that, it's a scripting thing, because everything's exactly the same that I've been able to find. So again, this is the crossplay version that you will see here. The first is the BMF 145 mulcher. 17 horsepower required, 1.5 meters at 7 miles an hour. Next, we got a little bit bigger, 1.8 meters at 7 miles per hour, 22 horsepower there. Big jump. Next up, we've got a cultivator. We have 5-tine, 7-tine, 9-tine, back to 5-tine again. That's 1.3, 1.8, and 2.3 meter working with. If you are curious, it is nice to be able to have these smaller options here. We don't have a lot of small equipment, so we definitely could have used these with clutch the other day. Then we have a disc harrow, basically the same, 1.3, 2 meter, and 2.4. So should still be able to fit in between your rows just fine. 60 horsepower, 65, and 70 respectively, all at 7 miles an hour. Then we have this. Now, this doesn't say what it is. However, it does look like a cultivator from the previous pack, so we will assume that. 25 horsepower, 1.5 meters at 9 miles per hour. And again, might be one of the coolest looking pieces that we've got. How cool does that look? Yeah, then we've got another bit right here, which I think is a subsoiler. Gotta be straight up honest with you. I'm not sure because it doesn't say whatsoever. However, I'm going to guess this is also a front subsoiler as well, which we don't have very many of. 420 kilograms, nice 65 horsepower, 1.5 meters at 3 miles an hour. Then we've got another pruner. This is the pre-pruner. There you go. Not a whole lot more to it other than that. This is kind of neat as well because we've got these, I don't know, stands? Yeah, metal stands that it's sitting on versus it just being one piece that just picks up. So these are going to disappear, fold in, do their thing, and then just turns into our machine. That's pretty darn cool. And lastly, we have another sprayer, another atomizer for you guys. This is the Extreme FRTR 1000. Sounds like a jet engine. 1,000 liter capacity for liquid fertilizer and herbicide, 680 kilogram weight, 4 meters at 9 miles an hour. So now you can't say that we don't have enough stuff to work in your vineyards, because boy oh boy do we. And your last new mod today for all platforms, and the last mod that we're actually going to be talking about directly in this video, is going to be the Bavarian building package. Now, unfortunately, in the game, none of these are labeled the way they are on the website, so if you're like me and you cross-reference things, good luck. it ain't gonna work for you. Nonetheless, we do have 12 pieces in here, even though it says the pack only has 11. Great job there. We've got 2 farmhouses, 3 machine sheds, 5 barns, 1 cow stable, and the placeable sleeping point that it forgot to mention. However, it also labels them as barn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I love when nothing matches. Merry Christmas Eve. However, as you can see here, there's no 1, 2, 3, 4 anything. Barn with hanging shed, small shed. We've also got machine shed, double shed, Bavarian machine shed, machine hall, and machine hall with old silos. So a lot of stuff, a lot of bits here. Some of it even changes up the ground. So I'm going to do my best to give you guys a walkthrough of each little bit. So coming over here, oh man, can't go in. Well, that stinks. Maybe we could go in right here. Please let me in. Well, guess we're going to have to turn on the help window for this. No trigger to open that door. Interesting. We do have a trigger to open this one, which is good. Do we have a trigger to open this? We do have a trigger to open that one. And maybe this one as well. That one as well. Oh, that's a double decker. That's kind of cool. Check that out. So coming through here. Yeah, I guess that door just doesn't open. That stinks. That one does, though. That makes no sense. Anyway, coming through here, we've got another door, which leads us to the rest of this area over here. We've got a little spot right here. Maybe park up your truck, a smaller tractor, something like that. Maybe through there. And then we've got a larger area into the larger hall itself. Then we could go up, and we've got a hayloft up here. And of course, none of these panel sides open or anything like that. But you can come in from the side, load up, and do yo thing. Pretty cool. We do have a sleep trigger that comes with this as well. For whatever reason, if you guys need a sleep trigger, go into your farmhouses, and right here, Bavarian Buildings Pack, sleep trigger for the farmhouse with cow stable, or wherever you want to put it. Now, in decoration, there's also a shed here. And the thing about decorations is usually you can't interact with them. However, this one you can. And the reason it's in decoration, my assumption would be, it's virtually useless unless you want to use it for roleplay or anything like that. So, you know, I'm just going to tell you how it is and how it plays within your game, and I'll let you change up and make your own rules. Deal? Deal. All right, moving into sheds. These are all the pieces you're going to find in sheds. We've got shed number 1, shed number 2, shed number 3. These are farm buildings, things like that. We do have a little bit of a different style right there. What I will say, I mean, I've got pieces in my house that are real that don't look that good. So I think we got to hand it to them there. I don't know how long this took, but I bet it didn't. But it took a little while. This is one that you're going to have to piddle with a little bit because, as you can see, I set it down on flat ground, but it did cut out the ground around the bottom. This is actually good because some pieces don't do that. This did. This one went from the upstairs part. You can see out here, yeah, we have a whole kind of basement area with nothing there. Huh. Well, how do I get upstairs? Check this out. All right, so we'll come around here. As you can see, everything is going straight up there. There we go. So it's blocked off here. And it tells you, hey, I need this amount of area at least to be considered, you know, right up top. But we have a full 4-door big barn up top. But downstairs, completely separate. How cool is that? Business at the front, party in the back, baby. Let's go. We also have another shed, which is kind of like the one upstairs with the other one. But with this, well, it's just the upstairs part, but downstairs. And it's changed up just a little bit. Do like those big windows in it. And, of course, we've got a smaller shed right through here. These are not silos. They're just normal setups. And then right through here, we've got a bit of an opening. So you can change that up. Move in from the side. I don't think anybody needs that, but it's neat. I would rather have it not need it than need it and not have it. So there you go. Oh, that's nice. Yo, does this one do it too? Probably not. Let's see. No, these just change sides. But over there, that does that thing. All right, that's cool. Let's get back around here. We've got one more building to show you guys. This is the cow barn. So this is going to allow you to have your cow barn, and it's also got a house that doesn't exist around the outside, just taking up a whole bunch of space for no reason whatsoever. Let's come around in here. Okay, let's not. That door doesn't open. All right, we'll figure out why here in a moment. We have a big barn area right around towards the back end, but you can see huge area moving forward. So we'll come through here. This is where we've got our cows, 12 cows, even though there's more placeable cows, I think, in here. More static animals than it actually holds, which I find absolutely hilarious. We'll come around here, see if we can find anything. This is where you're going to buy your animals. Yeah, 12 animals. Hang on. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 on one row. I'm going to guess there's another 28 total. Oof. And then lastly, if we can get up this, there we go. We've got an open hayloft up here, which is very similar to the other one with a couple different placeables. So if you have been looking for a Bavarian building package, well, it's here. Oh yeah, did I mention this part? I did not. I did not mention this part. There's also a way to get up into the back as well. So if you need an easy way into your hayloft around the backside, good to go. Well, guys, that is it for today. Vineyard Pack stuff galore. Not one pack, but two, plus a massive building pack and some new John Deere tractors. Hope you enjoyed the video. Drop a like on it if you did. Get subscribed if you're new and join the DjGoHam fam. I hope you have a very, very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.